Jason and May must have stayed here often. It's like an actual hideout. Jason and May must have stayed here often. It's like an actual hideout. What's this old chest doing here? This isn't a chest. It's a puzzle box. Some of these destroy their content if they are forced open. Need to be careful. is it. The Book of Apologies. To think I had to follow you all the way from Austria to finally get you back.
Sounds great. Really. Are you done yet?
All right, May. Let's get out of here. Can you walk?
Yeah, I think so. Nancy, thank you.
No problem.
Why, though? Why did you come down here for me? You don't deserve it.
You know what? You don't deserve any of this. Neither did those people back in 1692. They were victims, and so are you. So I'm breaking the cycle, I hope.
Thanks.
We're just going to leave her down there?
She can take care of herself.
Is that what you told yourself when you climbed down into a burned-out house on your own? What would have happened if we hadn't come along?
We have to get this will to the judge by the end of the day. Otherwise, this whole thing was for naught.
And if Nancy and May are stuck in those tunnels much longer, we'll have some actual deaths on our hands.
And if we go down there, it's going to be all of us.
Isn't May why we're here? Isn't she why Nancy's here?
The only reason I got into this case was because I care about my cousin, okay? But this is what we have to do. Believe me, I don't want anything to happen to May.
Or Nancy.
Or Nancy either. Fine. I'm trying to do one right thing in this whole mess. Every turn we've been lied to, and I am sick of being lied to. Now I am taking this to the judge's office because that is what Nancy would want me to do. Listen, I may not always be her biggest fan, but if there's anything I know about her, it's that she's going to get herself and May out of the tunnels safely. So you can either come with me and wait for Nancy, or get lost down in the tunnels. Your choice.
I hope you're right.
It's flooding! It's never happened before. Is there any other way out of here? I don't know. We have to keep moving. Come on. Keep moving. Just keep moving. Faster. But your leg. Don't worry about me. Come on. You okay? Where are we? What is this place? I can't see a thing. Are you okay?
Please, no.
What's the matter? Talk to me.
Why did you bring me here?
What do you mean?
You saw them. They're coming, and now we're trapped.
Who's coming? What do you mean?
They know what I did. You're going to die here, you know.
I don't understand. What do you think you did that's so bad?
They cursed me. That's what they're saying. For what I did. For the fire. Don't you hear them? They really had powers, and now I'll get what I deserve.
Are you saying you caused the Hathorn house fire? Teegan told me.
Teegan shouldn't be speaking to you. You don't listen. You don't care about us. You just made everything worse. Now we're going to die here, and you don't even understand. The fire, I deserve it. Me, not her. What I did, I deserve it.
I'm listening. What about the fire don't I understand?
I nearly killed them. That's why the witches are here for me. They almost died. Maybe the coven really called them and they've been here ever since that night.
You're not talking about the Hathorn house fire. You mean the first fire. The coven. That's what Teegan, Lauren, and Olivia called themselves?
Yes. And they would meet.
In that shed. I saw a picture.
Said they were going to contact Salem's ghosts at midnight, but I couldn't come because I was a little kid. Your stupid coven. I told them witches die in Salem. And I almost...
You wanted to scare them.
I snuck out, past Deirdre. I hid inside the shed, made noises, scratches.
Did they have lit candles?
Yes. They ran away and knocked one over. Slammed the door shut behind them.
You almost died and you took the blame. So this is why they don't talk to each other. I'm so sorry.
It was my fault! If I hadn't... That's why they're coming for me. The witches. I can hear them.
Listen, the water is poisoned. It's been making us see things that aren't there. There are no ghosts. And as for it being your fault, it was an accident. You were all just kids trying to stay out of trouble. You're covering up for Teegan again, but there's no need now. She just wants you home safe.
It's not real? You promise?
I promise. Can we try to find a way out now? And will you please rest your hurt leg?
Yes, please. To both.
Should try to light up this cavern as much as possible before I start tinkering with it. Need a light for these candles.
What?
May, have you ever been in this room before?
Yeah. I was here years ago with Jason. This is where we met after his dad said we couldn't hang out anymore. Until it got blocked off. It's a dead end. There's a wooden panel over there. Wasn't finished. 6 candles, a lantern, those AW symbols. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
You remember all that detail from a room you could barely see?
Is that strange?
Good strange. Very few people are able to remember details like that, especially from so long ago.
I guess I never thought much about it.
A mystery for another time. What was that about a panel?
It made my scars. There's something about it. I couldn't figure it out.
May, do you have a lighter on you?
What, you smoke?
Only when I'm on fire.
Of course.
Did you get this when you got your injury?
Not that hard to work that one out, I guess. I think it was Olivia's. I don't know why I took it. So I wouldn't forget, I guess. Like I could.
Seems like a good reason to hold on to it. And it has a cool design.
I am addicted to animal prints.
We all have our vices.
Let me guess yours. Chocolate milk?
You are feeling better. Maybe I'll tell you mine after we get out of here.
Can you just get us out of here?
Still works. Wonder how long it's been down here. Should try to light up this cavern as much as possible before I start tinkering with it. There. Yes! Got it. Bet this fits into the panel. I am just the shadow. Shadow of what? Something's different about the note. Stuck. Can't move these by hand. Need some kind of tool. Can't use that here. Can't use that here. Abigail Woodley's sign. Should look more closely. Aha! Not as elegant as my lockpicks, but just as handy.
This doesn't feel right.
I know, but what choice do we have?
No, you don't understand. I know this sounds strange, but the accident, ever since it happened, I could feel bad things before they happen.
Like premonitions?
Yeah. My scar, it hurts. It hurt right before the tunnel collapsed, and it hurts now. Look, this isn't some ergot hallucination. I'm telling the truth. And I'm telling you that if you tamper with these bricks, we could be in danger, okay? Do you believe me?
Yes, I believe you. I just mean, I don't think it's premonitions. You have this amazing, maybe even photographic memory and a sharp mind. I think you just process warning signs faster than anyone else can.
And the pain?
I don't know. High sensitivity to air pressure, maybe?
I used to think I was cursed.
That I can't believe. But I will be careful with the wall.
Thanks for believing me.
Here goes nothing. Whew. It's the right one. Got it. Bet this fits into the panel. Wow, it's beautiful. This must have been made... Now we're... It fits. It's covered in a thick layer of dust. Should wipe it clean first.
Let's get out of here.
Deirdre!
See, boys? You look dirty.
I'm fine. We need to see the judge, now.
Yeah, us too. We found the
will. No need to recap. Let's go.
Nancy, are you all right?
Deirdre, can you, Frank, and Joe wait in the hallway? Don't let anyone leave this office.
My pleasure.
Judge, we need to talk.
What is this?
It's urgent.
Yes, it looks like it. Is it a confession?
Maybe.
Judge, we've been here all night. I think it's time we retire.
You're not going anywhere, perp.
Excuse me?
Your Honor, it's become clear to us that Miss Cole has been the perpetrator of numerous crimes here in Salem, including attempted murder.
Murder? Judge, please.
That's a very serious claim, Nancy.
And this is a serious case. People's lives hang in the balance.
This is very cute and all, but we have to do adult things now. So run along, everyone, before your PB&Js get cold.
I have proof. And it's all related to the Hathorn house, the future of which rests in your hands. So I think you should hear me out before you sign that paper.
All right.
What? You can't be serious. Judge, this is clearly a half-brained attempt to delay what we have determined to be a sound judgment, that the Hathorn house should revert to the state.
We have spent most of this evening going over all possibilities for how to decide the rightful owner of this house. And you've been very adamant that the state should handle it. But if Nancy has any evidence to add, I'm willing to hear her out.
Unbelievable.
Alicia has been poisoning Lauren Holt's water supply.
Poisoning? That's just too much.
After interviewing Lauren Holt and experiencing some negative side effects from drinking her water, I discovered that someone had been tainting her water supply with ergot.
Well, that would explain my client's erratic behavior over the past few weeks.
She lost her mother.
Months ago. And that woman wasn't her mother. Give me a break.
How do you know that ergot causes erratic behavior?
You said she was poisoned. Wouldn't that affect anyone's behavior? What exactly are you insinuating?
That you know how ergot affects its victims.
I'm not answering these questions. I happen to be well-versed in biology, all right? But any tidbit of knowledge I have, you'll just try to trap me with it. Use it against me.
I don't need to do that, because I found, in your office, a map of the Hathorn house's water system.
Yes. And did you also find the notice of demolition on my desk when you illegally broke into my office? Are you going to arrest her for breaking and entering?
Is what Nancy's saying true?
Of course I have a map of the Hathorn house's water plans.
So you admit it. You were going to try to demolish Hathorn House.
I was providing my client, Lauren Holt, with that option, yes. The land is worth a lot of money and I was doing my due diligence. Have you done yours?
I brought up the demolition with Lauren. She says you never discussed it. I am certain she will be happy to testify.
Which? She must have forgotten. Because of the poisoning you claim she's been affected by. That has to be it.
What about flooding the tunnels under Salem in the past hour? Would you know how to do that, Miss Cole?
I was here, Miss Drew.
Your coat looks pretty soaked. And muddy shoes.
Water is wet and it's raining outside. Are you satisfied with the ridiculousness of this yet? How much longer are you gonna let this go on?
It all does seem circumstantial. Is that all you have, Miss Drew?
Alicia was responsible for stealing AW evidence from your office.
This should be interesting.
I spoke with your son, Jason. He claims Alicia forced him.
Jason is a grown man. His actions are his own.
Alicia lent Jason her car. Then Jason broke into the evidence room and stole the files. I have proof on CCTV.
So what it actually sounds like is that Jason took my car, stole the evidence, and somehow I'm to blame?
How did he have access to your car?
I gave him the keys. He runs errands for me all the time.
And how did he have access to the evidence room? Only you and the judge had the code.
Look here, on the wall. An access code. I wonder if it's for the evidence room. Probably. Apologies, Judge. But your carelessness is the reason this happened. In all probability, Jason heard that you left the door unlocked, and he just went and opened it.
I doubt that. He barely spends any time with me.
I found this in 10 seconds. You left it out for anyone to see. If he didn't know the door was unlocked, how hard would it have been to find your key?
Miss Cole, that's enough. Anything else, Miss Drew?
Alicia was behind the theft of the Book of Apologies.
I've never been to Europe, okay?
How did you know it was in Europe?
I heard the judge talking to you about it.
I found plane tickets in Jason's car. He admitted to stealing the Book of Apologies on Alicia Cole's orders.
Orders? How did I order little Jason to do this, Nancy Drew?
Jason has financial problems. Right, Judge?
I don't really know. To be honest with you, I know he's always looking for money.
He's in debt. Badly. A fact Alicia uses to her advantage.
This is absurd.
How did he buy a first-class round-trip ticket to Salzburg when the crime occurred?
Because I pay him for doing errands for me. He could use his money however he feels fit. He's a big boy now.
I admit, I don't know how we could prove that Alicia...
Call the airline. You can use the plane ticket reference number. Call the airline. They should be able to check the payment. I bet you it was paid by Alicia Cole, credit card. There's no way Jason would have that much cash to buy a first-class ticket.
He obviously stole my credit card.
So, you admit that your card was used to make the purchase.
I didn't say that.
If the card is still active, I doubt that he stole it. The credit card company would have notified you for making a large purchase, and you would have canceled it.
How large is this purchase?
Thousands of dollars, Judge.
Miss Cole, if this was a court of law and the police were asking for probable cause, I'd be hard-pressed not to allow it. Do you have anything to say?
I told him to get rid of those tickets. You know, Your Honor, your son is a real idiot. Truly, a world-class moron. He couldn't even follow simple instructions. I would have had better luck writing them in crayon. And this? Seriously? This is the kind of stuff I have to deal with? I went to law school. I have 3 degrees. And now I have an arsonist, 2 ghost hunters, a wannabe detective, and her assistant.
Hey, what? No!
Trying to screw up my plans.
All the people you pointed out are the reason you're going down.
No, the reason I am going down is that this stupid little town is stuck in the past. Oh, my great-great-great-great-grandmother was accused as a witch. I want repayment because I'm lazy. She loved me so much that I want this disgusting ruin of a house for free so I can run my luminous vegan tea grocery store. That is what pathetic looks like. A bunch of whining, moaning little people whose worldview is infinitesimally small.
Why, Alicia?
Why? Because I wanted to do something for this town. I care about Salem more than all the Olivias and Teegans and Laurens combined. I care the most. We should have leveled that old house a long time ago and built new houses. With all that land, we could have a real community here. We could bring in new business that isn't completely reliant on stupid, scary stuff. I am talking about economic development on a level which Salem has never even seen.
And who would be the owner of these new houses?
Well, after knowing this case inside out, it wouldn't be hard for me to get the land out of the grasp of the state. After all I've done for this community, some recompense is in order.
So, you're saying you poisoned Lauren so you could build and own a housing complex.
Do you realize how much money is in real estate? And give me a break. I was just scaring her. I told you I know about biology. She was never in any real danger.
Alicia, I saw the ergot in the water valve. There is absolutely no way you could control the dosage that Lauren ingested. You could have done irreparable damage.
So what? I live here. I work here. I am a member of this community. This town needs me.
No, it doesn't.
I already have the papers, and I am taking them to the state office. And none of you are going to stop me. Because you can't prove anything. There's no legal heir to the Hathorn estate. And none of the evidence Detective Girl brought up will stick.
So you admit to all of it?
Yes. Now get out of my way.
The police are on their way. You can wait here for them to arrive.
This is unbelievable. I only wanted to make Salem.
This is highly disturbing. I am shocked. Very shocked at what has occurred here. Miss Cole will be held accountable for her crimes. I will make sure of it. But as much as it pains me to admit, she is right. We do not have a legal heir.
Yes, we do. According to the Book of Apologies and Francis Tuttle's will, Lauren Holt is the legal owner of the Hathorn House estate. I've also discovered that Lauren is a descendant of Tituba, the first accused witch. Although she is not part of the AW organization, she is a descendant of the accused witches. My suggestion is that you should present Lauren with an option to have the accused witches help rebuild her house, and in payment, they get a portion of the house to be used for a museum and such. Lauren doesn't live in the house, and I doubt she could afford rebuilding it to historic standards. Maybe you could facilitate it.
Yes. We will have a discussion. Okay. Well, what about the Hathorn House fire?
No one forgave me when I made a mistake. Break the cycle, right?
May had nothing to do with the fire.
You're sure?
Teegan Perry is responsible for the fire, but it was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. Teegan went looking for the will and accidentally knocked a candle over inside the house. The fire grew out of control. I questioned her myself. I believe her.
I'm afraid I can't just take your word for it. Will Teegan give us the same testimony?
Yes, I believe so.
Well, the house is going to be demolished anyway. And while I wish I could give out punishment for withholding information, I suppose we can keep this at a misdemeanor level. Perhaps a fine, some community service. What a mess.
This has been a very tough time for everyone. I think the damage has been done.
Agreed. But
Judge, did you ever interview May? Get a statement from her? Anything on record?
well, not exactly.
So you just assumed she was guilty of the crime without even speaking with her?
A case needed to be built.
There was no case, because you never needed to make one. You thought she was guilty, and so you treated her accordingly.
Miss True, I ask that in this office you treat me with respect.
You deserve as much respect as I'm currently giving you, Judge.
Nancy, maybe we should...
You made this poor girl's life a living nightmare because of something she did when she was young. She was a kid, Your Honor. Her entire life molded and built and destroyed by an event she barely remembers. Can you imagine what that does to someone? Can you imagine what that does to her family? To her friends?
Well, that is a bit unfair.
You know, this town has a history of judges behaving without sound jurisprudence. And I would expect that after 300 years, you would be able to right that wrong.
Perhaps. You have a point. But my concerns are not unfounded. You think Jason is a screw-up now? What would have happened if he had been friends with her?
He is friends with her, Judge.
What? How's that possible? I thought at least I would know.
A judge is supposed to judge people on their actions alone, not the people they call their friends. I just hope you remember that when you sentence Jason, because his crimes aren't imagined. They're real, and they deserve real punishment.
wanted to say I'm sorry.
For what?
We always promised that a secret was the most important thing in the world and we would never break it. And I did.
You saved my life. If Nancy hadn't found me, well...
I'm going to be gone. For a while. I really screwed up.
Still, I know who you are. There's a good person hidden below this pretty boy exterior.
Come on.
You may go away, but that good part never will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Come on.
You didn't have to.
What? I told the truth. Or at least the truth you told me.
200 hours community service. It's not like I don't do that already, though.
What was that exhibit you were planning?
Which street art?
Who's the artist?
I think you know her.
Do you ever feel
Remorse for not sticking up for my sister? We'll probably be dealing with that for the rest of my life. She doesn't hate me nearly enough for what I put her through. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You're the only reason she doesn't think I'm a complete dirtbag. Lauren deserves that place. She does.
you sound genuine?
Don't be so surprised. She's had a tough life too, you know. I'm not mad at her. I hope that maybe she will see eye to eye with me someday.
You did set fire to her house.
Yeah, there is that. It hasn't all been crime and punishment, though. We had so many great memories.
And one moment of shame.
I told you. I would tell myself we were all kids, but I was old enough to know better. I almost did it again. She says she forgives me, but we still have a lot to make up for. We all do. We are all going to help each other now.
So, ready to leave yet?
But I just got here.
Not the house. Salem. You always wrap up your cases in a nice bow to run off for the next one the day after, don't you?
This time, I might actually take that vacation.
Doesn't sound like your style. But if you say so. Look, we had our moments during the past few days. In the end, you cleared May's name. So thanks.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure to help.
That attitude just kills me. You did get Teegan off the hook too, though. I hate to admit it, but for a moment, I actually felt happy I called you here. Don't get used to it. I can handle cases on my own, and I've just emptied your praise quota for the coming year.
I know you can. I'll see you around.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually happy you came. Just a bit.
Of course. The celebration party is the best part of most cases.
No. Well, yes. Sure. But I meant to Salem. I still don't understand why you went out of your way to do any of this. It makes me kind of feel like a jerk for not talking to you when you first came here.
I understand things have been tough for you. Please, don't worry about it. I'm just happy I was able to help.
You are, for sure. I'm going to art school. I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm really excited. I'm nervous. Never really left Salem before.
And hey, maybe we'll meet again sometime.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the worst, I guess.
Hey there. How are you holding up?
I can't believe Alicia would do this. I trusted her, you know? Things would have been really bad if you hadn't exposed her for who she is.
I'm sorry. You couldn't have known. Did the judge have a chance to talk to you about the house? It is yours, of course. But maybe it would be fitting to have a memorial for the accused witches there?
The estate has a lot of ground, and it would be nice to have a memorial to remind us of the injustices that took place here, so that they never happen. ever. I'll think about it and talk to the AW organization about what they prefer. It's a good idea.
I'm glad you see it that way.
And who do we have here? If it isn't the insightful red-headed witch herself.
I thought you were the only real witch around here.
There's always room for another witch in the coven, Nancy Drew. And I have to say, someone with your magical insights, clairvoyance even, would make a great fit.
I have always wanted to ride on a broom. Would make it easier to get an overview of crime scenes.
But really, thank you for bringing us all together again. It feels like ages since I was able to talk openly with Lauren. It's great to finally have the curse from that night lifted. Thank you.
Nancy, so glad you're here.
Of course. I wouldn't miss the party after all we went through.
Hey, shouldn't you ask her? You know, the thing we talked about.
Oh, yeah, right. So, Nancy, the thing we talked about before? Have you thought about it? Starting a detective agency, I mean.
The Hardys and Drew Detective Agency. Has a nice ring to it, no?
Guys, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, your name can be placed first, of course. If that helps persuade you.
I'm gonna have to think about it. I got it. Ready? Austria. Yeah, I know I was just there, but I didn't really get to enjoy it much. I feel like there's a lot more exploring left to do there. You know Schönbrunn Palace has 1,440 rooms? Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can stay there. I'm sure we could find something close by. Yes, I promise. No cases this time. Just the two of us.